Welcome to my channel. My name is London and today we are finally doing another foundation review. I finally went and picked up the Tinted Moisturizer by Morphe. I've been talking about it on my Instagram stories. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, it's London_M. Definitely follow and contribute to my stories of finding new makeup, and then you can follow up on my YouTube channel and watch me review it. But I thought this was interesting. I like how Morphe is kind of getting into the trends now of like the no makeup look of Morphe 2, and now actual Morphe has a tinted moisturizer and it has SPF 30. This is called the Glowstunner. This is supposed to be super hydrating tinted moisturizer. I do have combination skin, so we'll see. It's supposed to be natural and glowy without looking greasy. We shall see. I got the shade Light 2. They also say this is not supposed to clog your pores or transfer. I really haven't found too many foundations that really live up to the transfer resistant claim, so we'll see. And I did take a peek online and it did say you could use it with a sponge or a brush, so we're gonna be trying out both. I did go ahead and prime my skin, so if you guys were wondering what I used the Boscia Vitamin C serum. And then of course, if you guys follow me, then you know I've been obsessed with this Bad Habit Daily Dose Multi-Vitamin Moisturizer. This is like my favorite moisturizer underneath foundations right now, so figured that would be good to test out with a new foundation. So I did get the shade Light 2. My hand is a little bit darker than my face, so it does look pretty light on my hand. Let's just jump right in. It does have a interesting texture. It's not really like a serum. It's almost kind of jelly kind of consistency. It's really interesting. So I'm just gonna take it with my regular, I think this is a Rimmel sponge. I'm obsessed. I love it. I need to get another one. So far, it is very sheer. It did say a sponge had the more sheer option, but I really like the finish of this. Let me zoom you guys in. It's really laying well onto my skin. I swatched it on my hand before and it was a little sketchy. It wasn't really like laying into my skin very well, but this looks like skin, which is what I like about foundations that are the tinted moisturizer, is that it just kind of evens out the skin tone and it looks like skin. So far, the sponge is good. I'm gonna keep you guys zoomed in and I'm gonna do another little pump, and we're gonna try a brush on the other side. Judging by how this blended in with my fingers, I don't have too much hope with the brush, but let's see. This is a Morphe brush. This is a Sephora brush. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. It's actually a blush brush, the 99. I do feel like it's easier to build up the coverage, but I feel like it's not laying down as well with, especially around my nose. It's a little hard to, you know, get it to soak in. It definitely feels hydrating. It feels like I'm just kind of smearing a like gel-based moisturizer all over my face. Kind of has a little bit of a cooling effect when you're rubbing it on. But yeah, the brush side, not my favorite. I feel like it's not really sitting well on my pore area compared to the sponge side. Around the cracks of my nose, it's not really sitting very well. Sponge all the way. If I can fix it, it's not wanting to come out from the cracks of my nose. Oh my gosh. This is the worst part of a review, is when you want to try out different things, but sometimes it doesn't really want to do anything. I do want to point out though, for my entire face, I'm going to zoom you guys out just a tad bit. I've used 2.5. This is my half pump. So this is a lot of foundation. So if you're looking for like a real sheer tinted moisturizer that has SPF and it's hydrating, I think you're really gonna like this. I will have to wear it throughout the day to see how it is, but so far it looks pretty promising. It almost reminds me of like a little bit more coverage of the Glossier skin tint, which you guys know I've been obsessed with. I finally got on the train of Glossier, and it is worth it. I'm obsessed, but I do think this looks really, really, really good on the skin now that I've kind of fixed up the oopsies. I mean, my nose is not gonna be fixed. I feel like that, well, maybe, I don't know. The sponge side initially on this side worked out really well. This side is a little iffy, so we might just be reviewing this side because I like the sponge side so much more. But it does have a very skin-like glow. It's not overly glowy. I know it looks really glowy. I do have, you know, beauty lights in my room where I film, but in person it looks like I just have very plumped, hydrated skin. It doesn't really feel like anything on my skin. It does have like a little bit of a transfer where it's like kind of that shininess. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of concealer. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This is my kind of depot concealer, but I've actually been falling back in love with this concealer. I used to love it, and then I kind of stopped using it, and then I was like, oh wow, I haven't used this in so long, I need to start using it to finish it. And then upon doing that, I was like, oh, why did I even stop using this concealer? And I've been doing the TikTok hack of leaving my concealer on before blending it out. So I'm just gonna take the Boy Brow. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for suggesting the Boy Brow. This has been my, like, I've tried to use other brow gels since getting this Boy Brow, and it's just not the same. I love this so much. It just makes my brows look so fluffy and just lightly filled in, and I've been liking the like laminated brow look. All right, let's blend out this concealer, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of color because I do have some errands to run today. I'm gonna take the Mario sculpting stick and just do a little bit. I love this, and I do know how it performs on an everyday basis, so I feel like this is a good little thing to add on a foundation review, products that I'm familiar with. And every time I use this, I'm just so amazed by how just beautiful it looks blended out. Like, it just blends so well with and without foundation. Like, everything that I've worn from full coverage to no makeup at all, it just looks absolutely stunning. And I went to Six Flags yesterday for like 12 hours, and I hardly wore any foundation. I just wore this and a little bit of blush, and it lasted all freaking day in the Texas heat for like 12 hours at Six Flags, riding roller coasters, sweating. It was incredible. So if you guys haven't gotten on the train with these Mario sticks, you need to. They are the most amazing things on the face of the planet. And then lastly, I'm going to put a little bit of Laura Mercier setting powder on a powder puff, and I'm only going to set under my eyes. It is a super hot day today. It hasn't really been in the hundreds in Texas, at least in North Texas, and recently we've been getting the 100-degree weather back. So I do want to put some setting powder underneath my eyes. But for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna leave it how it is. All right, so far, everything looks really, really good. I am slightly concerned about the forehead lines, but as far as like my pores go and how it looks on my skin, I think it looks really, really good. For $18, this looks super, super good. It has that like no makeup look to it, which I really love, as you guys know. But I'm gonna plan on wearing this for a couple of hours out in the Texas heat. So let's see how it's gonna go. It doesn't have any wear test claims like, you know, sweat resistant or, you know, wears for 12 hours. It does say that it has 24 hours of, is it 24 hours? Yes, 24-hour hydration. But as far as wear, it doesn't really have any claims like that. So we shall see. I'll get you guys updated in a couple of hours. Well, we are at hour 6 and it's actually looking really, really good considering it's been 102 today and I've been sweating so bad. There's only a couple parts that are a little weird. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell, but like over here has like a weird, I don't know, it's just not sitting right here, and where the nose part was kind of messing up. Those are the only two spots that I can pick apart that look kind of weird, but I think it's to blame for the brush because this whole side of my cheek looks really good, but this side you can kind of see like balls of the foundation. I don't like that, but overall, it looks really good. It's not going into my forehead lines. It's not really going into my smile lines. It hasn't really made me super oily. Considering I've been sweating, it looks super good. I do have a few more errands to run today, but I did have to stop home and do a little check-in. So I'm probably gonna wear this for a couple more hours. So this is gonna be like a 12-hour long wear test. Wasn't really expecting it, but I mean, already I'm sold on it. I normally don't wear my foundation this long, but today is one of those days where I'm just running around crazy and I kind of have to have the foundation on for that long, or tinted moisturizer. But like, I'm really pleased with how it's all looking. What do you guys think? Also, let me know what your favorite tinted moisturizer is. I would love to know. But let's get on to the next and final check-in. All right, it is like 10:30 at night and it is time to take this off. But this looks so good for how long I've been wearing it. Like, can we all agree on that? Still the same problem areas as last time, the cracks in my nose and on my cheek, but it actually hasn't gotten worse. No going into the lines. I really like this foundation. I am definitely looking forward to wearing this more often and testing it out with a couple of different things. But as of today, for it being like 102, running around doing errands all day, literally just stopped, it is looking freaking fantastic. 18 bucks, a million times yes. New favorite. And I did get some other Morphe stuff, so more Morphe videos coming soon for you guys. But if you guys want to watch my last video, I did a Jeffree Star Supreme mystery box unboxing. So if you haven't seen that video, it'll be right over here for you guys. This video will be suggested to you by YouTube and my face will be right here. Wait, click on it and subscribe to my channel.